When I
So
first moved
I
down
am,
here,
oh, it's April 1st. Woohoo,
it
April
is.
Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
I do not have any April Fool's jokes for you. I'm very sorry. I have no pranks, nothing.
I
But
used, I loved it when I taught school. Oh man.
okay.
Me
So
too.
first thing I want to hear, hi Sally.
Hello. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
Sally.
Welcome. And John's here too. What a surprise. How nice.
Hey,
Okay,
it's just nice
first
to
I
be here.
want what? Don't know. Kathy, I want to hear the end result of your computer.
It downloaded everything from the other stuff, which kind of frustrated me, but it's bigger. My computer was old. So I did go to the Joyce Center, because I had another issue that popped up. It asked me to, um, Microsoft is arguing with Google right now. And so I wasn't sure because I can pull it up real quick. So I screenshotted, and so he said he had never seen that too. It asked me for three different options at the top, and I'm like, well, I didn't know what to push as the three different options.
What kind of options?
It was asking that Microsoft do something. Hold on, of course I can't find it when oh, there, no, yes, okay. It is, it wanted to know, what do you want to do with Office setup? And so I hit extra so I could read it. And so when I looked at the extra part, it said, it crossed off Chrome, remove Chrome. And I'm like, well, that's Google. And then it said remove Zoom. And I'm like, okay, something's wrong. And so, because it was either open, save as, or save. Those were the three options. And I wasn't sure which option to push because it was open, save as, and save. And he said he'd never seen where there's three options like that. And I haven't seen it since. It hasn't popped up since. So I don't know.
Huh.
Zach can
But
do that. That's one of Zach's talents. He made my phone, three things on my phone go away by just talking to me.
well, I didn't actually, by the time there was a lot of people. So by the time I said, if you can help me with this, and I showed him because I had screenshotted that, and he said he'd never seen it. He goes, but enter open. Don't hit the, save as or save. Just enter open and you're fine. So that's what I was going to do, but I haven't seen it since, and I've been grandmaing a lot. So
Is that a verb?
I don't know. I'm going to use it as one. There's a lot of action involved. I'm going to tell you.
I like that.
Okay, so what did he say about it downloading everything? Hi, Lou.
I didn't even bring that up. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
just because he was on his way out, he was already late to leave, and there was already other people. And so when I've opened it up, I see everything just downloaded. And so the computer's working. It's forcing me to look at things I didn't want to look at, which is okay.
Okay.
And I will work on it.
It's your part-time job when you're not grandmothering.
Exactly. Exactly. But
Carlene.
no,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
no, I was just going to say there's a lot of new things. And so just learning the new things, and, I'm excited to do it. Actually, I'm kind of
Good.
pumped.
Good.
Okay, battle on.
Good.
Here we go.
All right. So there's a couple of people in the room, and then I'll ask Carlene. There's a couple of people in the room who aren't aware of what we're talking about here. And Kathy got a brand new computer, and it was taking forever to download. And I'm like, why is anything downloading? Literally, when you open up a brand new computer, it's pumped and ready to go. If it's a Microsoft computer, which PCs are, they're going to be downloaded with Edge and all of that. And if you are a Google user, all you have to do is download Chrome, and you've got everything there for you because it's all in the cloud. So we weren't able to solve that question. And it is true that Microsoft and Google fight each other. The on the computer, and Microsoft keeps trying to peck its way in, and just say, here, you want to use me, and it's always going to say, do you want to save this to OneNote, and do you want to do this, and do you want to do that, and every time something new pops up, and this is a very old computer I'm on right now, I just close it, tell it no, thank you. The best thing that Microsoft does for me is give me pretty pictures in the morning when it's time to log in, put in my passcode. All right, just a minute, Terry, because Carlene's next.
So I have a burning question. How the heck did my phone turn up Celsius when just overnight, I didn't do that. I tried to change it. I can't find how to change it back. I also learned that because I was talking to somebody about it, they were looking how to change it, and I called it centigrade. And then I said, well, wait a minute, is this centigrade or Celsius? So I looked it up, and centigrade's the older term. That's a measurement that can be used for something else. So they changed it to Celsius. So showing my age there, calling it centigrade. Anyway, Celsius a drink now, a drink.
Oh my goodness. All right. So that's going to be in settings, right?
I went there.
And when you go to settings, because there are so many settings that we have these days. And what kind of phone do you have now, Carlene?
Google Pixel 9A.
Okay, good. Me too. I actually upgraded to a 10, but once I get to settings, right at the top, here's my lifesaver, because my life is too busy. I don't have to remember stuff anymore. And so there's my settings, and I put in temperature. And when I put in temperature, there's temperature. And when I tap temperature, it gives me a choice.
Got it. Okay, well, I could, when all else fails, use search.
and mine has used default. So I imagine because I'm using location services, if I were to go to Canada, it would switch for me automatically. There's really no reason for me to use default, but it is there. So the real question is, why did it change?
Exactly. That's my question.
Did you go anywhere?
I didn't do that.
Did you go anywhere?
No, I haven't left Key Largo. Well, I haven't left Southeast Miami. I mean, Southeast Florida. So.
Did you go out on a boat?
You know what? I just checked the measurement. It was use default was checked. So now I'm doing US. So that's interesting that the default is not. Let me see if that works.
Did you go out on a boat? I know you guys have a boat.
Yeah, but I've been on the boat a lot of times.
How far?
With my son.
How far?
No, we don't go more than a mile from shore.
Okay. That would be the only other possibility I could think of, is if you went out, it's 3 miles, right?
Yeah, well, I was on a boat. I went to the Bahamas, but that was, I wonder if I had not noticed the change. Is it possible I didn't notice? Because I was there. I was out of the country.
There you go.
But that was early March. That was February. It's possible.
That's definitely possible.
It's possible.
Interesting you wouldn't notice, because temperature is something I look at every day. But
yeah, the first thing I look at, actually, one of them. But I might have been so busy, I just didn't notice.
Okay. So now we all know how to change our temperature.
Yes,
Terry.
thank you.
Betsy, Carlene, was it on an app or just the weather that's on your phone?
It's on my display, and
okay.
My display.
I had that happen to a weather app, and
I changed it.
I just pressed something different one day that I didn't realize on the screen. But my question was about people. Okay, I was texting back and forth with Denise, and she called John and said something. Is Terry okay? She didn't answer these texts all day. Well, I hadn't gotten a text from her, or she hadn't gotten from me, whatever it was. And I said back to her, we tried something different. I cleared the text out. And then I said, I'm going to email you and, read that email. And I gave her directions to see if she stop somebody, if they block somebody, to unblock somebody. And, just copy directions from Google or whatever. And she said, I didn't do that. I just didn't do that. And I said, I saw her yesterday and I said to her, can I just look at your phone and look at it? And she had, and of course, Blanky was here and she immediately said, oh yeah, she did that by mistake or something like that. So we were just, but it was really amazing because it happened to me once before years ago with a friend. And she kept saying, why would I block you? I didn't have anything. And it was like, maybe she was changing the time. Who knows? But it happens. I just wanted to say how another thing I hadn't noticed, like maybe in a group or something, I just, or I didn't know she had texted me. So it just is.
So,
So I looked, it still hadn't changed. So maybe I have to restart, but I don't know. It's not changed. It's still there since.
now that's really weird.
Yeah.
I would restart it and tell us what happens.
Well, I don't want to leave class.
Oh, you're on your phone. Okay.
I'm on my phone.
Afterwards. All right. So yeah, if you are in your text messaging app and you literally kind of have to work hard at it. You on an Android, you've got your 3 dots up at the top here. You tap your 3 dots and you get a nice menu. And then one of those menu items is block and report spam. So that's kind of a lot to do to block you. So it's meant to not be easy.
Right.
So let me check if I go into the contact. So here's where it's easier to make it happen.
Yeah.
If I go into the person's contact page and down at the bottom, I'm in Google, down at the bottom, if I want to share somebody's contact, which I do a lot, this is where it is now. It's changed where it is. So you've got the person's contact and all the information. And then down here, it says share contact right there, share contact. Well, on the very same page, but at the bottom, it says block number or delete. So, and they're in red. So, it seems like it would be easy to notice, but not if you are just, got it in your phone and not even noticing where your fingers are in your phone. I could see that would be much easier when you're in a person's contact information to hit the block number. That's the only way, because otherwise, if you're in texting, it's a long ways to go to tap those 3 dots. And even if you tap those 3 dots, I'm not sure why you would at this point in time, because it's add people, details, starred, search, archive, delete, video, block and report spam, so show subject field, help and feedback. Those are things that we don't need on a frequent basis.
Right.
So kind of strange, but it is absolutely something that we do all the time, and we're certain that we don't do it. But with Carlene's, I honestly think that it could have happened when she was in the Bahamas and she just didn't notice. I'm curious too, Carlene, if now that you've changed it, because you always got me thinking, open up your weather app and look at your weather app and see what scale it uses, Fahrenheit or Celsius. And if it uses Fahrenheit there, then it's a matter of going into your display.
Sorry, I think I swiped up the Zoom and so I cut you off. So you asked me to open the weather app. I was trying to do that. Okay.
Yeah, if you open up your weather app and see what you've got there.
Okay.
If it's in Celsius there.
Yep, it sure is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you changed it.
I've changed it to US. It was on default. I don't understand.
Huh. So my choice is not US. My choice is Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Oh, you have two choice. Wait a minute. Then I'll have to go back and look at.
I have
I have-
default. I have
Oh,
Celsius and Fahrenheit,
okay.
not location.
So I went to settings, search for temperature, and it comes up. So temperature, language, region, pixel troubleshooting. Check your phone's temperature and
Different
Never mind.
temperature.
Measurement system, but measurement system. That's what I clicked on, and that's where I put US. But okay,
so that's not, you're not specifically talking about temperature. You're talking about measurement system in general, which is feet and
Well,
inches and miles and all of that.
my phone has under temperature, it has temperature, and then it has language and region, pixel troubleshooting, measurement system, Google, choose a region. That's it. So you have a different list of menus from your, I can't really see that on my phone.
It says use default Celsius and Fahrenheit under the heading temperature.
Right. Well, I have that. Oh wait. That's it. Found it. Okay, got it.
Hey,
Why did that switch? Because,
it
well,
happened to my husband, too. It happened to John too. And he,
okay.
All right, let's get to
Thank
talking
you.
about batteries for a minute. You're wonderful. Welcome. All right, so whether you have an iPhone or an Android, we tend to use up our batteries. And we lost John. So the first thing I want you to do, Carlene, you are high degree of tech because you are able to be in a Zoom, and I just want to acknowledge that of her. She's in a Zoom on her phone and still able to go to her settings and stuff. Not everybody can do that. Zoom is not as easy on a phone as it is on a computer.
Terrible.
So good for you. Good for you for being able to do that. All right, so on your phone, and I've got Scott's iPad here, so I can speak in two languages. We are going to look at our settings. So we're going to go to battery. And it's pretty easy to find on a phone when you go to settings on an Android phone. Let's see. Do we have any Android users here besides Carlene? Renee and Andy are. Betty is, okay. Sally, do you have a iPhone? Thumbs up if you have an iPhone. Just give me a
Yeah.
thumb up. There you go. Thumb up. Okay.
Yes, I
Here's-
do.
here's
I had myself on mute, sorry.
Yeah. And here's a cool thing that Linda Pollock taught me back in, I have no idea when. I think it was Linda that taught me this, that when you're on mute, if you just need a quick answer and you're on a computer, hold down your space bar. You don't have to find your unmute button. Just hold down space bar, hold it while you speak, and then let it go and you're back to mute.
That's
Very
a cool trick. Thank you
It
very
is a
much.
very cool trick. And I love learning that. And I love learning stuff from you all. It's amazing. So on your battery, what I want you to do is look and see what your battery usage is. And we're talking about on our phones or on your iPad or tablet, whatever you've got. So
daily usage, Betsy?
battery usage.
Oh, battery. Okay. Just daily use and when it was last charged, and it has battery daily usage. So
Okay. So let me go back. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I don't want that. All right, let's go. I got to find it on a iDevice. Okay. So when I tap on whether it's Android or Apple, right now I've got at the Android at the top, it says battery usage. It says I'm going to tap on that. And so then it gives me a chart, and now it's kind of almost exactly like what I'm looking at on Apple here. It shows me screen time since last full charge, and then it shows by apps. So that's where we're going to, is we want to see what kind of usage. So I've got view all battery usage by apps. Very interesting. This is only showing one app on my husband's.
Me too. It only has Audible and it doesn't have any other.
Mine
apps
has,
there.
me too, just one, Calm.
Seems to be only showing what we're looking at today, what we use today.
Ah,
Oh, I was listening to a book in the car.
Okay. Good answer. So let's see. I'm having to learn this myself on Apple. Battery health, battery percentage. Interesting. Okay, so this is only going to show you here. App and system activity usage.
yeah, what'd you use today? Active.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, let's see this. I can go. Okay. So
Oh,
there's
dear.
a chart.
Never heard of
Are
the
you all
active.
seeing the chart? Are
Yes,
you all seeing the chart?
yes,
It's hard to get to.
but there's a chart.
Let me move that. When you look at the chart, you can pick a different day, because obviously we haven't done a lot today, but
Yeah.
you can pick a different day. So once you pick a different day, like pick your highest use day, and you see how he's got, let's see, what day is that? Wednesday.
Oh, no, that's time.
Last Wednesday was the most usage on Scott's. And so when I tap on that bar, it's going to
Right
give me
there.
the usage
Okay,
for that particular day.
that's Thursday.
And
Yeah,
so I can see right there, there's his usage. And then when I scroll down, it's going to show me what
a
used
lot.
that battery that day. Jackie, I'm going to go ahead and mute you.
Sorry.
It's okay. So,
Nothing
on
happens to
Wednesday-
nothing
that?
nothing happens to me when I click on the day.
when you have that little screen there,
Yeah,
when you have that little chart like
Yeah.
that, you can't switch to a different day.
no.
Watch. All I have to do is tap a different bar and it shows me the different bar.
It's
I'm
not
tapping on
doing.
the bar itself.
Mine is in gray and.
Yeah,
it's
mine's
blue
in
for
gray.
today.
Mine's in gray also, and whatever I tap on is not opening.
Right,
It's just showing me today.
which is in blue,
Yeah,
and it gives a percent of 8%
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah.
Now that's really weird that it would do something different on an iPad than it would on an iPhone.
No, it has a lot of things like that, Betsy.
Okay.
Like even how you use
mean-
a keyboard is even different.
If I tap
Oh.
on today, it's blue, but if I tap on any other day, depending on what battery usage it was for the day, is a different color. So higher usage goes to orange, lower
I-
usage is blue. What do you
Mine
see?
are- Mine are all gray. They're all gray.
Well, they're gray until I touch them.
Yeah,
No.
even when I touch it, nothing's happening.
If you scroll down a little bit, Medina,
Yeah.
it says view all battery usage, and there's a little arrow, and I hit that, and then I can tap the gray and
Oh,
it
okay.
changes.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no, I was the same. I just now found it, so.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
sorry.
Thank you. Scrolling is very useful on these devices. Okay, so I picked his high day, which was last Wednesday, and it says 39%. And then I go to battery usage by app, and it shows me which apps are using the most. So Safari on that particular day used 14%. His Apple News used 12%. His GPS on his bicycle used 8%. His on-screen preview used 2%. Facebook used 1%. And I can keep tapping on show more. And then the next one was messages, and that was 1% as well. So you can see kind of what apps are using how much battery. So that's kind of the point of going to that battery usage. Then we look at battery health. This says normal. And when you tap on it, it's going to say what your maximum capacity is. It tells you when your manufacturer date of your battery was. I'm not sure why you would need that, but his battery was born on September of 2024, and the first time it got used was September of 2025. Not sure how relevant that is, but okay. And then notice that you also have low power mode there. That's an option. So one of the things in this article that I'm going to send you, I have an Apple and an Android article about saving battery. We'll look real quick at the Apple one, since the majority of people here have Apple phones. Scrolling down, turn off background app refresh. So let me.
Would that low power, low battery power switch be on all the time? Or just, I sometimes get a notice that my battery is low, and I have an option to put on that low, whatever it's called.
Low power mode.
Low power mode. So I do when I get the notice, but I'm looking right now and I see that I don't have that permanently turned on.
I have mine turned on. It's got a different name. It's called Battery Saver. So when my battery gets to 20%, it uses a dark screen, which I absolutely hate. I can't. Young people can see that and love it. I cannot stand looking at a black screen. A white screen works better for my eyes. But some people, that's what they use, is dark mode all the time. Battery Saver for me, and I think it's true for you guys too, if you click that, it will go to dark screen. So I let it turn on at 20%, which is the recommended time. It's recommended that you keep your battery between 20 and 80%. Neither devices recommend charging to 100% for battery life. And I'm going to say, so sorry, oh well, because I plug in my phone at night. I'm not getting up in the middle of the night to unplug it at 80%. Just not happening. And I have not had significant battery problems. They've lasted for as a long time, a really long time. When I start to notice battery problems is when my battery starts to heat up. When my battery gets warm, that's when it's time to get a new phone, because I don't want a fire starting in my purse, you know?
Okay.
Well, just think about it. It's not supposed to, right? Your battery should not get hot on normal use. Yes, if you're sitting out on the boat or sitting out on the patio and you've got, your phone out in full sun, not good for it. That's another thing about saving your battery, is not letting it get to extreme temperatures. You don't want it too hot or too cold. But that's kind of my litmus test. When my battery is hot in my hand, when I'm holding this and I'm like, yeah, this is warm. This is really warm. I'm like, it's starting to fry. So that's when I get a new phone. That's kind of my mileage test. But going back to, I'm going to share the screen here on turn off background app refresh. So and you can see this is we're talking about Apple right now, but I'll go over it in Android as well. So that is exactly what it's called, background app refresh. And so you would want to look, you're going to go under settings, you're going to go under general, and then you scroll down under autofill and passwords. There's background app refresh. And then you have to do it one by one, which we're not going to do, all at once here, but I want you to be able to find it. So going into, I'm in Scott's first, and I'm already not seeing what that was showing. So I just go to my search bar because I don't need to waste time trying to figure out where. And so when I type in Backer, it already comes up background app refresh. And so when you do that, it pretty much has them all checked on Scott's,
Mhm.
which means that they're constantly refreshing in the background. So according to this article, it says that not necessary. It gives permission to wake up in the background when you're not using all of the apps, which can be helpful. But it also means that it's going to be making your battery work harder, and is a silent battery drain. So when you do that, they have suggestions. Let's see, weather, calendar, mail, maps. Those you might want to. You might want to consider, your weather to be background refreshed all the time. Calendar, yeah, I kind of want my calendar refreshed all the time. But do I need a shopping app? Do I need a social media app? Do I need all of them to refresh all the time? So when we think about this, oh, I'm not sharing, am I?
No.
Guys, you got to tell me when I'm not sharing. I'm like pointing around at it. It's not there.
You're suggesting to turn off the switches for the programs, the apps that we're not generally using all the time?
Not that you're not using it all the time. A little bit different. Good
Yeah.
question. A little bit different. So this went, all right. Am I sharing now? Yes. I
Yes.
am sharing. So what this is saying is, and for the most part, well, like when I looked at Scott's, his was all of them were on, and it gives an option at the top of his. It doesn't say background app refresh, Wi-Fi and cellular. What's at the top of his is background app refresh. Move that button and they're all on. And then if you wanted to undo some of them, you could undo some of them. For instance, what this article is saying, any of your shopping apps, you do not need the app to refresh all the time. As soon as you open it, it refreshes, right? So you don't need that. Do you need your books refreshed all the time? Probably not. Probably only when you're actually reading them. Do you need games refreshed all the time? Nope. You really only need them when you're using them. So that's what this particular article is saying. News apps can wait. They will refresh when you open them. But things like navigation, an audio, or anything that's timely, weather, I can think of weather and those kinds of things. So when you look at your list, whoops, stop the share. Did I stop it?
Yes.
Okay. So just take a look at what you want and make a choice about them. I would say that on Scott's, there are some things I know he doesn't use. He's not watching Netflix on his iPad. There is no reason for Netflix to update all the time. Kathy.
This is probably a silly question, but because I'm looking at most of these I don't even need. So 90% of them, I would almost say I don't refresh, but I would just want to make clear, if I open the app, like, I don't know, American Airlines, if I open the app, it'll automatically refresh at that moment.
Yes.
Because I don't use that app except for when I'm traveling.
Yes.
So,
yes. Absolutely.
Okay. So there's I could undo like 90% of these.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And that will save you battery space. The other thing, and that's a really good point you make, when I'm traveling, I download all kinds of apps that I don't use the rest of the time. When I'm not traveling, when my trip is over and I'm back and everything was smooth, there's nothing I need to go back in there for, I get rid of them. Absolutely get rid of them, because there's no reason for them to be taking up space on my phone as well. So when we look at storage so we're going off battery for just a second. And when we look at storage, so on an iPhone, I'm going to go to my account, right? Go to settings and then go to my account. When I go to my account, it's going to have iCloud. And at the top is this thing is so slippery. Right there is storage. When I tap on storage, it gives me how things are being used, right? And so right now, iCloud Photos on his is 14%. That's the large. I don't like this that there was that they made it all into green. I really liked it when it was different colors. I don't know if this is something he chose or if this is an upgrade on Apple, but you can see iCloud Photos is 14%. That's the darkest green, and that's the biggest chunk of what storage is being used for, right? So then what I want to do is I look down to see how much of apps are being used. And so when I scroll down a little bit, and I'm under manage storage, there's my app list. And it starts with what uses the most to what uses the least. And right now,
Excuse me, can I ask, I think I lost you as far as to where you got where you're at right now.
Yep. So I'm on, I went to settings. And then once you're on settings, you tap where your name is. So it's Apple account, iCloud, and more. So you tap your name at the top.
Thank you.
That?
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep. And then you're going to get to storage and you're going to get to manage storage. And then iCloud Photos is what's taking up the bulk of this device. It's 276 gigabytes, which is a good bit. Backups is 100 gigabytes. That's a lot. iCloud Drive is 63 gigabytes. Messages is 4.5 gigabytes. And then you get down into apps. And apps are taking up megabytes, not gigabytes, so much, much smaller. However, cumulatively, if you take all of your travel apps off, and I'm talking about like my parking app, my shuttle, my airline, my hotel, all of those things, I'm back home and I'm not going anywhere for 6 months to a year. Why have them? I don't need them whatsoever. You certainly don't need them to be refreshing. That's for certain.
When you, can I ask a question?
Of course.
When you delete an app, isn't it somehow still in the memory of your phone? It's just not active. So it's not on your screen when you first open up your phone.
When you uninstall it.
Yeah.
There's two different ways. In Android world, which is the world I live in, it's remove, which means that it is off of my purview. I don't see it, but it's not uninstalled. So two different things. When I uninstall it, it's 100% gone from my phone. And in order for me to get it back, I have to go into my app store to get it. So two different things. You can remove it and it's not really gone at all, but it's just not clogging up your eye space. But uninstalling it, it still exists. Your account with it still exists. Everything about it, because everything is cloud-based. So that means that everything, when you log in using your username and password, it all comes right back just the way it was. Does that make sense?
So I think you're saying, because I have an iPhone, so that when I'm going to use the word, let's see, the difference between uninstall and remove, is that what you're saying? So if I remove it, I have to then go into my app store and get it again. If I uninstall it, it just doesn't show up on my screen.
Opposite.
Opposite.
Opposite of that. Uninstall means you are getting it out entirely. But let me check on the lingo with this. Devoted iPhone users. I'm sorry, Joyce isn't here because I know she'd know the answer right away. Look at your text from me.
That's me.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay. So for people who use iPhones all the time. Oh, thank you. Thank you. When you get rid of an app, so let's see, Kathy, you want to do a
Yes.
test?
Maybe. I'll
I
try.
really don't want to mess with Scott's on this.
Okay.
So do me
Linda
a favor.
says she will. She's raising her hand.
Linda, you will? Okay, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
I'm pushing the bar down. So, okay. So if you try to delete it, it will say remove. And if you remove, then it will ask you if you have to want to remove it from the home screen or delete the app.
Oh, you got fuzzy there. If you want to what?
If you try to delete it, if you go through the process where you get the minuses and you're trying to delete it, and so you say remove, because that's the only option, and then it will ask you if you want to remove from the home screen or if you want to delete the app.
Okay.
If you just remove it from the home screen, yes, it'll be in the cloud. You can get it back whenever you want to. And in fact, when you go to the App Store or when you get the ads for these things, you'll see the little cloud and you'll know that you have it and it'll just say open.
right.
If you
Okay.
delete it, it's gone.
Right, but it
That's
so remove, you said removes it from your screen.
Yes.
Okay. So same word for Android and Apple is remove.
Sounds like it.
On Apple, to get rid of it, it's actually delete. So you can remove it, which means it takes it off the screen, or you can delete it, which means it gets rid of it entirely. On Android, you remove it, gets it off the screen. Uninstall means it gets rid of it entirely. So to do that, this is where you're going to push and hold on your home screen and you're going to get, oops, push and hold on your screen like that. And then things get jiggly, right? And you've got those minus signs. And let's see. I'm going to do this with, all right, I'm going to tap one of his games. And when I do that, it says remove from home screen, delete the app, or cancel. I'm going to, if you delete the app, you're still able to get it back. And I'm going to do case in point one I did yesterday. I was working with the my pet insurance app, and it wasn't allowing me to upload multiple documents. So I called them because I'm trying to put in a claim, and she said, just uninstall it and you'll have the latest version, which is interesting because when you have it so that you have automatic updates, which you should have, then it shouldn't be a problem. But less tech-oriented companies, like I'm sure that my pet insurance is not on the cutting edge of technology. I mean, it's a pretty good app. It's a really good app actually, but it's not on the cutting edge. It's not like I don't know, Chat GPT or, you know, any of the things that are technology based or that must be, you know, at the very top of their game for making sure that there's high security and all of that stuff, banking apps and things like that. Those are high tech apps. Pet insurance, probably not so much. So maybe her suggestion is the best, is that, yeah, here's what I need to do. I'm just going to uninstall it. And then I went to my app store and I just typed in Lemonade and it said install. And so I pushed the install button. And when I installed it, all I had to do was sign in. Username and password. Using my password manager, of course, it was super easy. I didn't have to remember anything because password manager doesn't go away for that. That's still retained. And so I was able to open it and everything is just exactly where it was supposed to be. So no changes. So do not be afraid of uninstalling things. Play with it with something you could care less about, right? Pick a game that you're like, okay, my life won't be over if this game goes away. Words with Friends, yeah, I wouldn't see Linda every day, so that would be a problem. Terry.
If you closed your eyes and pictured yourself, let's say 10 years ago, do you ever think the line, I was having problems with Lemonade, my pet insurance company? So it just was an image I couldn't not say out loud, because you know what I mean. It's like,
I do know what you mean. I do. All right. So very good point all the time. So that's background refresh. All right. And you're going to get this article, so you don't have to pay too much attention right now. Set location access to while you're using. So every time you are looking at an app or downloading, thank you.
You're not sharing the screen.
Thank you. Now I am. So the next one to extend your battery is set location to while you're using. And this is for apps specifically, right? So while using, I can think of a couple apps that I would want it on for all the time, but not many. So one of them is Maps. Sorry, but I'm going to leave that on all the time. Now, this specifically says you don't need precise location. I navigate in the woods a lot, so I do want precise location. It's still not precise, but it's pretty darn good. So where you're going to go to is settings, privacy and security, location services. And then what this suggestion is to choose while using the app, or if it really doesn't need it, never. And I can think of some things that probably never use it. So let's go back to Scott's, and we go to settings, and we go to, I already forgot where they said, so I'm just going to say location services,
Privacy and security.
And then location services, he has it on. But let's think about this. So App Store, he has it selected for while using. I don't know. Does the App Store ever really need to know where you are? I can't think of why. Maps, yes. Calendar, probably not. Camera, depending on if you want to use that. For me, it's a feature that I use a lot. I'm like, I can't remember what month I was in Saskatchewan. And so I just go to my map on my photos and I look, and there's all the pictures I took in Saskatchewan. I tap on one of those dots and boom, there's the exact day I took that picture and where I was when I took it. So for me, I have found that as I age, a helpful memory tool to know where the heck I was whenever.
How did you actually do that? I mean, I missed something. It's to show the date that you took that picture or not, where it doesn't show the date. How did you?
So now we're going to go back into Android world. So somebody will have to verify in Apple, but I have found very, very few features where they don't cross over. Linda, unmute.
You look at the picture, there's a little eye for information, and if you go into that, it may, hopefully, which is what Betsy is saying, know where the picture was taken and when it was taken. And you can even add a caption if you want to put some information on there for the future.
But I think the settings are going to, I think you have to go to, let's see, photo settings. Yes. So in mine, when I'm in my camera mode, not in my photo mode, but in my camera mode, I tapped on the settings in camera and it says save location, and I've got that turned on. So I'm betting you have to turn it on. So let's go. I'm going to go to his to camera. And let's see, right now I'm in, so it's slightly different location. in Scott's iPad. I'm in settings, and then I went to camera, and it does not show me location there. So I am going to go back to,
While using the app, then it says precise location.
have you got that in camera mode?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. There you go. I don't know why I didn't see that. So tell me where you were, Jackie,
Oh,
because I have it
I
in
just went down to camera.
camera.
And I
Okay.
have it set up while using the app. It says allow, never ask the next time or when I want to share. Or while using the app, I have that. And then down at the bottom, it says precise location. And I've turned it on.
Funny, I'm not seeing that on his iPad.
And I agree with Terry. It's ridiculous because I have both and you can't find half the time on the iPad what you have on your phone.
I
Yeah.
use the bar on the top of my iPad like for everything. It's like asking Google, but you just go there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember the name of that. It starts with an S or something, but it's really annoying. But typing too maybe I'm just so used to typing on my phone. That it's a different kind of keyboard. Things are in different places.
All right. So I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go to his actual camera and look for settings there. Adjust location. Oh, no, that's to enter a new location. Huh.
That door is not open.
Add location. Okay, so he must not have it on
I
his,
didn't open it.
he has it off on his iPad because he's not walking around with his iPad taking pictures. So he must have it off there, but useful or not useful, decide. Look at what you've got for your options and then choose whether or not that app really needs to know where you are. Low power mode, that goes back to what we were talking about before, and it will tell you all about it. I like to use adaptive power, which means that, so low power mode is more extreme where it's going to really power down. Adaptive power is as needed. I tend to use that, more useful for me, and it tells you all about it. All right, here's an interesting one that I didn't even know existed, and this is turn on reduce motion. So we're going to settings.
Wait. Are you trying to share?
Thank you, Medina. Be honest.
We're all here just listening and
Yeah, where's she going? Where's she going?
Thank you. All right. Turn on reduce motion. Settings. Accessibility, which I'm sure is something most people haven't used a whole lot.
Right.
And then motion. So accessibility is an interesting feature. There are lots and lots of things that are very useful for us, either as we age or as things change for a temporary status. Let's say you've gotten eye surgery and you're not supposed to be looking at things, but you still want to use your phone. You can change the setting just before the surgery for it to read everything to you, right? So lots of things in accessibility settings, and I highly, highly recommend that you just get in there and play around with it, because there's stuff you go, huh. Example, I was looking at something in Instagram and it was tiny. And I'm like, Instagram is for young people. This is no good. And then I Googled it and it said, if you go into, because Instagram, I don't know if they've changed it, but at the time you could not take a picture and do this with your fingers and make it bigger and zoom in. Maybe you can now. But
Yeah,
you
you
couldn't at the
can't,
time.
but my kids do that like regularly. Just take a screenshot, stretch something, get out of that, like over and over. It's
Well, you can do that, but oh, now you can. Okay, well, yay, Instagram. You actually can. Oh no. Yep, you can stretch them now in Instagram, but you didn't used to be able to. And so it was very, very frustrating. And so you go into accessibility and you could change the setting so that you could zoom in on everything and it allowed you to zoom onto Instagram. So accessibility gives you a lot of options for vision, for physical and motor, for hearing, for speech, for accessibilities, for general stuff. So when I'm just scrolling, looking at these things under vision, you've got accessibility. So I went to settings. Accessibility is right under general on his iPad. Tapped on that, brought me to vision, was the top one. Motion is the fifth one down. It's a green square. If you go to motion and you reduce the motion, so it says autoplay animated images, autoplay video previews, autoplay message effects, turn those off, or at the very top, you've got reduce motion, and that would save your battery because you're not making things move all the time. Now, if you want to make something move, you can make it move, but it's not going to automatically move. Okay, so that's going to save you some battery. Some of these things are extreme and are more for folks if you are going, you have an older phone, you have an older battery, and these things are like a problem. But in general, if you find, hey, I'm just getting less from my battery, then little tweaks will happen.
So can
Turn
I give you an
off.
example?
Yes.
I get texts all the time where people send me emojis that then wiggle or express themselves. And that would be autoplay animated images, right? That would be an example of that. So
Yep.
if I have it off and they send me such an emoji, it just won't wiggle for me, right?
Correct.
Because
Correct.
otherwise I think that does, because I'm deleting them all the time thinking it's using up my battery.
Yeah. Yeah. So just turn that part off. And on the other hand, so let me think about one that I had. And it didn't used to do that for Android. So somebody from an iPhone would send me something and
no
I'm trying to
sound.
find one where
Incoming
there's
is required. They don't make a sound. We're not done. Yeah.
almost done.
That's okay.
All right, Terry.
Yes.
Terry, I'm going to send you some gobbledygook. Okay. I want you to push and hold and like it.
Okay. You said text me, right?
I texted you. So I want you to push and hold on the text and like the text. You know how to do that, right?
Yes, I do, but I'm not getting the text. Oh, here, never mind. And what do you want me to do? Like it or heart
Like it. Like it.
Heart?
Like it. Like it is bigger. It's easier for everybody to see.
Oh no.
You hearted it.
See, that's why I screwed up. I pressed something, I look at it and press something different.
Can you now like it instead?
Copy, select.
We don't see you. Are you sharing the screen?
No, it's on my.
Oh,
I'm
now
putting
we
it
now
in
we
front of
see.
my
See, I
camera.
do not see a like on here.
Okay.
I see copy, translate, select, all the things you do with the mail.
Medina, I'm sending you gobbledygook on your phone. Do you know how to
Okay.
like it?
Wait a second.
I thought I knew.
You push and hold on the text,
Yeah.
and it'll give you a choice of your reaction to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know how to do that.
Give it a thumbs up. You gave it a question mark.
I gave it a question mark. Like
I
what?
wanted a thumbs up. I
Oh,
want you to like it.
okay. Sorry. Let me see. I can do it again. Thumbs up.
It was not as
Hey, do you
easy
see it
as
all?
I thought.
Did everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we're talking about, that animated stuff. That kind of stuff. Okay. Medina, I want you to laugh at it now. And I want everybody to look at my screen. Look up at the screen. I want you to hit the laugh emoji. There you go. So
I
that's
get
a pretty animated thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that brings me joy. I used to think they were super stupid when it said so and so liked a text. I'm like, that's dumb.
Oh, now,
This brings me
Carlene
joy.
should come in the picture. Does she count it again? Betsy,
Huh?
Carlene's here.
Hi,
Does she count
Carlene.
it again? To two different places. You can't be at two different places at once.
Okay, so we are completely out of time because yoga's starting to get set up here. I'm going to send you 2 articles, one for iPhone battery and one for Android battery. I am going to say for my Android users, there's some conflicting information. And I'll say this really quickly. With Android, my husband is like, stop closing your programs. It's not necessary. It actually takes more battery to start them back up again. And I'm like, that's not true, because I'm like, when, all of my open windows are like, I'm usually closing them all because it makes me feel good. And so we did some research, and according to Apple, if you close your windows, close your programs or whatever, it does take up more battery space. Now, that article doesn't specifically address it. The Android article says if you close your apps, then it saves battery. So now I'm confused, because why would it be for one and not the other? And I've already changed my habit, and I leave stuff open that I can leave open. Like, I don't leave my music app open, because the minute I'm somewhere near my Bluetooth speaker, whether I'm in my car or whatever, if my music app is open, that starts playing. So I close my music app because I don't want that to keep playing. But most of the other apps I'm leaving open now, kind of as a test. So you will see some conflicting information on that. Anybody who wants to do a deeper dive and figure out what's actually true are welcome to do that.
Betsy,
Next week, we're going to talk about all of the scams that we didn't get to talk about last week, or this. And I wanted to let you know that I will not be having class on April 29th, so the last day of the month, but they may get a substitute. So we'll see. I've
how about
given
the
them plenty of
Passover?
notice.
Quick question.
Yep.
Quick question for going back to battery health and battery health. If mine shows maximum capacity 87%, when do I generally need to get a new phone? How far?
That's fine. The recommended is that you go between 20 and 80. So 87% is fine.
Oh, okay.
In fact, my newer devices won't charge past 90. They won't.
Wow.
It says battery charging stopped, even if it's plugged in, because when I have it on my dock, which is where I use my Google tablet most, it's attached to a speaker on the charging dock. And so to hear the speaker is to have the tablet there, is to have it charging, and it stops at 90. So you're fine.
Okay.
And Terry says, today is the first night of Passover. So we just want to wish everybody who is celebrating happy Passover. Happy
you.
Right word. Passover affirms the great truth that liberty is the inalienable right of every human being. I think it's important to all of us, not just some of us, Terry. I will see you all next week. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.